You're nervous, aren't you, Rob? Knees are shaking, aren't they? It's finally here, you're here in front of your own town, your family's all here. I even saw your brother out there. Said hello to me, didn't he? He said take it too easy on him. I understand, Rob. We're the same age here. And I've got more championships than you, more accomplishments than you, more hair than you. Do you understand who you're in the ring with today? 3-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, 2-time Best of the Super Juniors, never Openweight Champion, IWGP United States Champion, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. I'm the Billy Goat for a reason. Time to find out.
The matchup we have waited an entire night for. The matchup this man has waited an entire lifetime for. Generally, homecomings are festive. They're pleasant. They give you a good feeling inside, but right now, the butterflies must feel like bats in the stomach of Robbie X, the speed star, knowing the gravity of the situation he's stepping into. Surrounded by family, friends, old classmates, critics, detractors, those who have supported him from day one to those who told him he can't do it, and everywhere in between. Lincoln is where Robbie X has called home. His entire life devoted to becoming the best pro wrestler he can be. His entire life building to this very moment. It was meeting and befriending Will Ospreay at age 17 that set Robbie on a path to excellence, that led to him changing his diet, his body, his whole outlook on life, his whole perception on pro wrestling. It's made him what he is today. But is he good enough to hang with perhaps the greatest British export in pro wrestling history? It almost feels redundant to list the resume and the accomplishments of Will Ospreay. IWGP World Champion, 3-time Junior Champion, 2-time Best of the Super Junior Tournament winner, New Japan Cup, U.S. title, and a legacy and name value that crosses all promotional and territorial boundaries. Whether you love him or you hate him, no matter what style of pro wrestling you enjoy, you know the name Will Ospreay. Seconded by Greg Burridge, one PW legend in his own right, as Burridge almost symbolically opens the ropes for his star protege to enter the house that he himself, Burridge, helped build some 16, 17 years ago. Ospreay has traveled his own path to greatness. Once upon a time, it was unheard of to think that Will Ospreay and 1PW would cross paths in this way, under these terms, on this night. But fate and destiny have led us here. You almost feel an air of smugness about Ospreay, looking down his nose at everything here, and especially at Robbie X. Will that perception change?
The following contest is singles bout, set for one fall. And it has a 60-minute time limit. When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, Mr. Scott Bell. And this is the main event of 1PW. No turning back! First of all, in the corner to my right, hailing from Lincoln, weighing this evening at 74 kilos, he is the king of the cruiserweights. He is the speedstar, and he was born and raised in One Pro Wrestling. He is Robbie X! His opponent stands in the opposing corner. A former three-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. A two-time Best of the Super Juniors winner. A never Openweight Champion. A former IWGP United States Champion. A former British Heavyweight Champion. The New Japan 2021 winner, and the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, hailing from Essex and weighing in at 100 kilos, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay!
Spend the entire rest of this broadcast just devoted to Will Ospreay's career accomplishments. You see the reverence, you see the respect, but Will Ospreay is the away team. Will Ospreay doesn't bleed 1PW. Robbie X does. Since the age of 12, 1PW has been the most important thing in Robbie's world. From a fan, to a trainee, to his first matches, to now his biggest matches. It isn't renting space in Robbie's head that many of his hometown friends and family, some of them may be on Team Ospreay. Robbie X won the first matchup of the 1PW relaunch. He beat Ace Austin. Is that an omen of what's to come? Robbie has leveled up in a big way, thanks to Will. But Robbie has said Will has changed. Ever since the United Empire was created in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Will became, quote, a self-centered asshole. And both men tie up. As part of that self-centeredness, Ospreay has said, quote, Robbie X is and will never be on my level. And to think Robbie X is not on your level, fine. We all have our own journeys. But to count this young man out, to say he is not nor will ever be on my level, so condescending, so dismissive. And that's what Robbie X fights against. That adversity. The same people when he was in school that laughed at him when he said he wanted to be a pro wrestler. This means everything to Robbie X. We have a clean break. Will raised his hand. Ospreay luring Robbie maybe to a false sense of security. Robbie reversal. Will puts the brakes on. Robbie to the outside, and with a rapid fire, quickened pace on Will Ospreay. Feinting the dive. And something that stung so much more. Spitting at Robbie. Treating him like he's subhuman. Looking down on him. And it's Will playing mind games in the early going. Showcasing his dominance. Showcasing his superiority. But check out Robbie X. Creates some distance and snaps off the Hurricane Rana. Robbie X said before this matchup, you would have to kill me to stop me. That's the mentality. That's that grit, that scrappiness, that tenacity, that resolve. But is it going to be enough? Textbook suplex. Will out quickly. Mark of a veteran, mark of a champion. Robbie has everything to gain. Robbie has goals of competing in Japan on a high level. But to get there, he's got to prove that he can hang with the best. It is a do-or-die situation. And does Robbie need to prove it to Will, or does he need to prove it to himself? Or is it both? We may answer those questions. Ospreay caught Robbie. I think Robbie got lost in the moment for a second. The gravity of this situation, the stakes at hand, and Ospreay springs right up. Robbie tried a combo, but Will had it scouted, and Will Ospreay soars and lands on his feet. Ospreay makes it look effortless, like it's second nature, like he could do it in his sleep. That's how smooth Will Ospreay is. It's how good Will Ospreay is. A master of his craft. Ospreay feels he has no peer. There is no compare. He is in his own category. A blistering chop. And that's what Ospreay wants to. He wants to figuratively, if not literally, then certainly figuratively, rip the heart out of Robbie X's chest and throw it on the ground and completely discard it. Robbie's got a huge heart. There's no question about that. And I think he will need every bit of it. Every ounce of blood, every beat he can find to press him onward. Ospreay has put on so much size since he came from the tutelage of Greg Burridge so many years ago. Peak physical condition is the Billy Goat, but hasn't lost that speed and agility. Such a well-rounded competitor. And to Will Ospreay, this may be just another date on the schedule. Just another payday, just another town to make. Ospreay toying with Robbie X, disorienting him and drilling him with that backbreaker. 2 count only. Ospreay almost a lackadaisical body language. Almost as if, as we talked about Robbie's heart a moment ago, is Will's heart in this? Is Will thinking ahead to the post-match dinner or the trip home or the next town. Robbie's thinking about the moment. He's thinking about the here and the now. And he unloads with the best he's got. And Ospreay responds in kind. The scary thing about Will Ospreay, he's so good. He's amassed such a reputation and resume. Folks, he's not even 30 years old yet. Will Ospreay at 29 has done more than most will ever do in a lifetime. And I don't believe Will Ospreay's hit his prime yet. As staggering of a statement as that is, Robbie fights to his feet. Robbie may have had a cut on his face. And oh man, the elevation. The power of Ospreay and so much velocity behind that straight boot. Just sent Robbie spiraling to the canvas. Ospreay on top for 2. Ospreay again, kind of a mocking, condescending tone in everything he does. That's Robbie fighting back with all he's got. That tenacity. On full force, it went for a hip lock, and Ospreay just engulfed him. The Speed Star has not been able to use his namesake as Ospreay drives the knuckle into the intercostals, that cartilage between the rib cage. This will affect the breathing. And when Ospreay, we know Ospreay can go. We know Ospreay has a full gas tank. If this goes the 60-minute time limit, it's advantage Billy Goat. But Robbie got the hip lock off. What damage has been done? Robbie only a year younger than Ospreay. And Ospreay taken down. Robbie X, a series of takedowns on Will Ospreay. Now for the ride. Robbie tried to come up with that hip lock again, and Ospreay just switches gears. Ospreay put the brakes on. Check out Robbie. Got it that time. Handspring. Ospreay tried to stay a step ahead, and Robbie back with a low drop kick. Ospreay cannot think Robbie X has not studied him, idolized him, looked up to him, at one time mentored by him. If Will Ospreay's just here to play the hits and take his leave, Robbie X may have a formula to fight that. Robbie gets the boot up. Twisting with a seated senton. The forward roll for extra impact, and now to the inner thigh, to the back of the head. Robbie X, a little more high impact. Shooting star hook in the leg. Robbie on top. Oh, and Will kicks out. Now, what a moment that would have been. Greg Burridge willing on Will Ospreay. Got to imagine a sense of pride over what Will Ospreay has accomplished. I'm not sure how Burridge feels about this air of superiority that Will carries with him. But bottom line, Will owes so much to Burridge. 1PW owes so much to Burridge. Burridge is such a part of this history. I know this matchup means so much to him. Will Ospreay battled out of the clutches of Robbie X, tried to elevate. Ospreay, who goes handspring into the kick. And there was nowhere for Robbie to go. And for a man that size to move that fluidly, man, it may be unparalleled. Ospreay springs in with a forearm. A lax cover. That was a statement attempt there to belittle Robbie. It's scary to think that Will Ospreay may be as good as Will Ospreay thinks he is and says he is. But damn it, there may be no argument against it. It may be undeniable. And Robbie X is finding that out. If Robbie falls short in a big way, if Ospreay wipes the floor with him, where does Robbie's career go? Oh. Man, that's vicious. Robbie trying to prove he can hang. Low bridge. Ospreay hangs on. Robbie sees an opening and comes through. All of his body weight. That somersault into the drop kick. Now springboard down with the Asai moonsault. Robbie X caution to the wind, putting his body at risk. This is his time to shine. The pinnacle of his life's work, and he's gonna make it count. Every Will Ospreay opening, Robbie's had an answer. He keeps coming back. He keeps showing fight. He's got Will in his clutches now. That forward roll. Robbie's feeling it now. Robbie's got some momentum. Great rebound. Moonsault the second time, and Ospreay kicks out. The king of the cruiserweights, the speed star, showing how he earned those monikers. And Robbie, don't let the crowd get you out of this game. They'll support who they'll support, but right now you got to look out for yourself. Twisting press, Ospreay out of the way. And Robbie, Ospreay. Caught him the first time. Robbie battling back, check out this exchange. Back and forth, it's Robbie to Pele. And Ospreay back with a standing Spanish fly. And to anyone watching, no matter how you're watching, Blu-ray, DVD, streaming, no, you did not accidentally sit on a remote and take this to 1.5 speed fast forward. That's just how these men move. When they're motivated, when they're driven. Robbie X to prove so much to himself and the world. Will Ospreay, maybe just to maintain his aura, his reputation, maybe to showcase the hype is real and that Robbie can't live up to it. Ospreay, those kicks right between the eyes are firing Robbie X up. If you want to change shots with Will Ospreay, you can see the size differential. But you can't see the heart differential, at least not literally. You can see it in their actions. Ospreay springs off with a cutter, and Robbie's body bounced off the ring frame. Robbie's body absorbed all the impact. That ring frame is wood connecting with metal. No give. Nowhere to land. And Ospreay with a prone, vulnerable Robbie X, and is perfectly comfortable taking the count out. What a heartbreaking way for this to end for Robbie X. And this is the end of this journey here tonight. Robbie springs up, back in the ring, but Ospreay's waiting. Ospreay waiting with a low drop kick, stacks him up, but he can't beat him. Robbie X can't stand, but he's still gonna fight. He's still in the game. Ospreay springs. Oh, going for the Os Cutter. But a poison rana by Robbie X. DDT connects. Got him, no. My God. The biggest offensive flurry we've seen from Robbie X thus far. Robbie scored big. Robbie did damage. But Robbie could not finish, at least not yet. And that's the Holy Grail. Can you prove you're on Will Ospreay's level? Handspring. Ospreay counters. Os Cutter connects. But Ospreay still hurt in his own right. Ospreay favoring his neck. He's in a bad way after what we've seen from Robbie X. Perhaps in a way that Ospreay didn't intend or expect when he agreed to this match and the hefty payday. Ospreay could be the Stormbreaker coming up. Robbie kicks his legs, gets out of dodge. Enziguri kick connects. Handspring. Ospreay overpowered him and drops him on his head. Ospreay the set out powerbomb. That's gonna do it now. Oh, wait a minute. Hidden blade. But not to the blind side. Right in the face, and Robbie kicked out. You'll have to effing kill me. The words of Robbie X. And Will Ospreay is in shock. Will Ospreay's here to do a job. But damn it, Robbie X needs this. He's limp. He may not know where he is, but something deep down inside him knows he has to go on. But can he? I think Will wants to stop this. Is that out of remorse, sympathy? Is it out of fear? Is it out of cockiness? Is it out of boredom? Is Will convincing himself this is not worth his time anymore? I think the trajectory of this match has proven otherwise, but Ospreay now humiliating and looking down his nose at Robbie X and belittling him every way he can. Everybody has their own journey, Will. Just because they don't have the trophy case you do yet, or the cachet that you do on your name, doesn't mean you're any better person than they are. And doesn't mean they don't deserve the chance to fight their ass off for what they believe in and what they've dreamed of their entire life. The guts of Robbie X to get back to his feet. And Ospreay just waiting in the wings. Robbie does not have his legs under him. And there's not much you can do when you're that shaky. And Ospreay laughing at it. Ospreay taking pleasure in Robbie's defenselessness. Maybe this is the proof Ospreay wanted to show. Hey, Robbie, you are not now, nor will you ever be on my level. And if you denied it, here's me showing you exactly why that's the case. Robbie's trying to shake this off and bow up to Ospreay any way he can. But it may be just too overwhelming. Look at this kid. Look at the passion, the fire. Robbie X won't stop. Ospreay is so heavy-handed. And Robbie gets one good shot in. And Ospreay didn't see it coming. Ospreay's dazed. He's staggered. As long as Robbie, oh my God. Ospreay was waiting. Ospreay was waiting. Maybe a hit blade, but Robbie counters. Stacks him up. No. Ospreay back up. Handspring. Cutter. Exclamation. Is this the end of the sentence? No. Oh, what an emphatic statement it would have been. Robbie X dug down even deeper. As long as Robbie's breathing, he's still fighting. Whether he can stand, whether he can walk, whether he can think. His heart's big as hell, and it's telling him to fight. There's a 12-year-old Robbie X living somewhere inside of him saying, this is your dream. Live it for both of us. And Will Ospreay all of a sudden is not the same man we saw just 2 or 3 minutes ago. Ospreay trying to slap himself back into things. I think Will Ospreay was guilty of writing off Robbie X and now has to look at him square in the eye. With the man he looked down on this entire match. Robbie almost symbolically meeting him at eye level. He's on your level in the literal sense now. Now prove it physically. Will is teetering. Will is faltering. Will Ospreay has fallen. Robbie X climbed to Ospreay's level and knocked him off his perch. Now can he pin him? Oh man. The corkscrew, Ospreay the knees. Backslide, backslide. Ospreay escapes. Oh God. Oh, what a bad landing that was. Robbie kicks out. Robbie got dropped hard, and there's a hit blade. Right upside the head. I believe that was a storm breaker, and Will Ospreay has pinned Robbie X.
The winner of the match, the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay may have pinned Robbie X, but he had to put in a full day at the office to do it. He had to work his ass off, but maybe that wasn't the original intention. Robbie X stood up, he stepped up, and he showed on any level, any caliber, any championship, and any star status, Robbie X can hang. Robbie X belongs. And I swear to you, Robbie X is capable of beating Will Ospreay. It wasn't tonight, but Ospreay came closer to defeat than he may ever admit. But certainly you think about the 1PW World title, you think about the international press, you think about the all-important win. Ospreay can say he's going to brush it off his shoulder. He can say it was easy. That's his prerogative. Bottom line, though, he won. And he's up on that level, if you say so. What a fight we have seen. Robbie X poured a lifetime's worth of guts and work ethic into this fight. And Will Ospreay, you better respect the hell out of what this man did. Because he respects you, even though you don't always deserve it. Come on now. Come on, Will. I think Greg Burridge is taking issue with that as well. That's not how Burridge taught Will Ospreay. That's not the young kid that came to Burridge as a teenager looking for guidance. Humble yourself for a second and show you respect this man. Better than nothing.